And this is why I don't really necessarily understand the hate. This is a good thing. We don't have to worry about scalpers selling them bad boys for $2,000 on eBay. So, is the PS5 Pro a failure because it hasn't sold out anywhere? Well, in this video right here, man, let's kind of talk about that, right? I want to talk about why I don't think this necessarily means that the PS5 Pro is a failure, but could actually be a success. Let's talk about it. Now, let's go ahead and just address the elephant in the room, right? The PS5 Pro is not sold out like anywhere right now. Like, it is not sold out on a PlayStation Direct store, Amazon, Walmart, Target. Like, it is well in stock. You can go out there right now, link in the description, and you can go pick you up one. And if you're like most people that are out there, this might actually come off as the PS5 Pro is a major failure for PlayStation. At first, I gotta keep it a bean. I gotta be honest. I gotta keep it funky, man. I thought the same thing. Then I was like, you know what, man? Hold on. Maybe the PS5 Pro not being sold out is just a reflection of today's times that we're living in. So understand what I'm talking about, because I know you might be sitting there, you might be a little confused. Let me kind of go back to the PS4, the PS4 Pro, and the PS5. So back in November 15th of 2013, PlayStation decided to come out with the PS4, and it sold out immediately during its release and have since sold over 117 million units since 2013. Then fast forward 3 years later, on November 10th of 2016, PlayStation released the PS4 Pro, and it sold over 14.5 million units, also selling out. Then last but not least, the PS5's drop, which most of you guys are watching this video right now are part of this. 62 million units of PS5 sold since November 12th of 2020. Now, I know you're sitting there and you're like, well, see, kid, what the hell does this have to do with the PS4, the PS4 Pro, and the PS5 when it comes to the PS5 Pro? All right, listen. I'm about to tell you, so, you know, get ready to get what I'm about to put down. So back in 2013 with the PS4, it sold out, right? And then fast forward to the PS5 in 2020, it also sold out. Now, we all know in 2020 what happened that caused the world to stop, man. I'm talking, there was no freaking planes in the sky. There was no traveling. People were spraying Amazon packages that was being brought to their house before bringing them in the house. And listen, I know I'm not one of the only ones that was doing that. And let me know down in the comments if you was too. Also, restaurants was closed. But most importantly, factories, manufacturers were also closed, meaning the same factories that make and produce the PlayStation consoles were also put on pause, meaning nobody was coming to work. If Susan was over there coughing, listen, Johnny was like, hey, yo, boss, I'm not coming in because Susie over there coughing, and plus she's sweating and it's cool in here. Basically what I'm saying is there was no PS5s being created for a period of time, and that they only had a limited supply, which makes it a whole lot easier for the PS5s to sell out. And based on what I've been reading in my comments in today's videos, as well as older videos that I've dropped here on the channel, it's still a solid amount of you guys out there and people in general that are still just now buying PS5s. But even when the world decided to open itself back up, people were still having a hard time getting the PS5s because those same factories don't only manufacture products for Sony, but they also make and manufacture products for Apple, Samsung, Google, DJI, and just other big name tech brands that comes to mind. So to put things in perspective, not only was they behind playing catch up for PlayStation with the PS5s, but they were also playing catch up for those other companies as well, meaning that there was still a small limited supply to be able to meet the crazy demand that they had for the PS5. Remember, the PS4 sold over 117 million units. If ain't nobody coming to work, they ain't making 117 million units. Come on, man, let's make sense of this thing. And then on top of that, let's not even throw in the whole chip shortage thing, which damn near halted the entire world. I mean, listen, y'all, the chip shortage put brakes on the whole just world in general, y'all. Like, you couldn't make nothing. The car industry stopped. Plane industry wasn't moving forward. Trains, you had computers and graphics cards. You had everything was put on hold because of the chip shortage. All right, so now that you got an understanding of that, let's go ahead and fast forward to today with the PS5 Pro that has been released for people to pre-order and buy. If you want to do that, I have a link for y'all down below. But it is not selling out like it did on the PS4, the PS4 Pro, as well as the PS5, right? Now, the reason why I think it hasn't sold out and why I think it is not being sold out doesn't necessarily make it a failure, and that is because Sony can use the data that they have from the PS4 Pro, which sold over 14.5 million units, meaning that Sony can now just go pick up the phone and be like, hey, Johnny, I need 13 million PS5 Pros. Make it happen. Click. So that way they can go ahead and just meet the demand for their consoles. So by it not being sold out, to me, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is a failure. It just means that Sony's manufacturers are not going through a pandemic at this time, and that their factories are now fully back open and functioning as it was prior to 2020, and is able to produce now 13 to 14 million PS5 Pros and get them ready, get them out in the wild and ready for people, or the demand for people to be able to have them. Because think about it, right? On one hand, with the PS5, the world was completely shut down. And now with the PS5 Pros, the world is not shut down like it was, and now it's able to produce the demand that Sony can predict based off of the PS4 Pro units that was sold during that time. This is why I personally think that the PS5 Pro not selling out doesn't necessarily mean the PS5 Pro is a failure. It just means that they can now meet the demand of their products, which, let's be honest, man, this is why I don't really necessarily understand the hate, because this is a good thing, because we don't have to worry about scalpers selling them bad boys like they did with the PS5s for $2,000 on eBay, which, I'm just gonna be real with y'all, was ridiculous. And I saw people out there buying it. I just hope it wasn't none of y'all. Now, another reason it could not be sold out is maybe, honestly, people just could be waiting on influencers or reviewers like myself to get our hands on it, man, test it out, try it out first to be able to see if it is even worth the hype, or if it's not worth the hype, and if people should just keep what they already have, or just wait to the PS6. Because I can tell you right now for a fact, I'm going to be putting the PS5 Pro, man, through its paces. I'm going to be telling it to you guys, man, straight, no chase. I'm going to keep it all the way of being here like I always do, man. But that's pretty much it, man. I just kind of been seeing so many people just kind of dogging the PS5 Pro for it not being sold out right now, or just dogging it in general, and they don't even have it in their hands just yet, man. And I just kind of wanted to get on here, man, just offer a completely different perspective as to it being sold out in 2020 versus not being sold out in 2024. I just think this perspective right here just kind of gives a completely different insight into if being sold out means it's a successful launch versus not being sold out and it's considered a failure. Because let's be honest, man, if they sell 13 million units at $700, which I'm going to let you guys go ahead and do the math on that, which is also $300 more than what the PS4 Pro was, is that still a failure? I wouldn't call 13 million units sold at $700 a failure. I call that a major success in my eyes. And listen, Sony, you can just go ahead and roll that money into my bank account. I'll take care of it. But let me know what you guys think, man. Do you think it not being sold out is a failure still, or do you agree with what I'm actually telling you guys in this video? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, man. As you guys know, I'm always hanging out with you guys down there. Also, man, if you guys want to join the live stream crew tonight, then come on over, man. I'm going to be going live tonight, as well as every day, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we can continue this conversation. We can talk about it. And, you know, y'all can just come over here, pull up, man. We can come hang out. And you can also interact with me while I'm gaming here on the channel as well. See you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video right here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy gaming, squad. We out.